Hello, YouTube fans. This is Michael Palumbo from AttackThatTicket.com. It's my law firm is AttackThatTicket.com. We're New York State traffic ticket defense lawyers. And today I don't want to talk about traffic tickets or New York State traffic tickets or anything about my business. I'm starting to develop this YouTube channel. This is one of my first videos. And today I'm going to do a review on the Acorns app, which I'll get to in a second. But my goal for this channel is, yes, I'm going to put more content out about traffic tickets and things you might be interested in. But I don't want to just be some guy yapping about his business. I want to make the channel interesting. So what I plan on doing is product reviews. Again, I'm going to do this review on this investment app in a second. And other areas of the law. I'm going to do a video on what's going on at the Supreme Court, the replacement of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and really I want to really talk about what happens in courts in general and the judiciary in general, using that as an example. I'm also going to do a video pretty soon on auto insurance, which is kind of ties into my business, because so many people don't understand what they're buying when they get auto insurance and the important parts of it, and oftentimes they spend too much money on what is really not that important, and not enough money on the portions of their policy which they really should be spending more money on and focusing on to protect them. But so today I want to talk about something that's I'm very passionate about, and that's investing. And when I say I'm very passionate about it, I'm not like some guy that's like Scrooge, just always counting my money, or I'm not a day trader, or I'm certainly not a professional financial guy. But I've always been very passionate, or very frugal with my money, and I've always been at least a saver. When I bought my house, I did a 15-year note. I don't finance cars. I don't carry a balance on my credit cards. I've always saved and invested money. But over the last 10 years, I've become a lot more knowledgeable, not more savvy on investing. And I really wish I had this knowledge, which I kind of did, but not fully, years ago. And I realized that a lot of people really don't have investment knowledge, so they don't do it. And they end up wasting a lot of money. To me, it's always been a mistake to have money come in one pocket and out the other pocket, and and not save and invest a portion of it, because then you're just working for your stuff. You want to work for yourself. You don't want to work for your stuff. So I came across this really cool app, and I downloaded it and I use it. I kind of just do it for fun. It's called the Acorns app. And I got a link below. You can click on a link. You can check it out, and you can download it if you want. You can do it from your computer or from your smartphone. One thing I like about this app is that it's very easy to use from the computer, just as from a desktop, just as it is from a device. I like using my desktop for stuff when I'm signing up for stuff. I don't like to use my device, but it's very easy to use either way. So it's one thing I like about it. And what it is it's a little micro investment site where what they do is you give it your checking account information, your credit card information, and when you make a credit card purchase, it rounds the purchase up to the next dollar. So if you buy something for $14.17 on a credit card, it rounds it up to it rounds up that purchase up to $15. That would be 83 cents. And what it does is, it doesn't round the actual purchase up. It will take the difference out of your checking account and transfer it into this app. And what the app is an investment app. And they have 4 investment portfolios. They're called mutual funds. And a mutual fund, and I'll do another video on this some other time, but a mutual fund is just a professionally run stock fund. And stocks are equities and companies. So a mutual fund will be, instead of buying Tesla, if you say, I think Tesla's going to do great, well, Tesla might do great. It's been doing great, but it might tank. You never know. You just don't know. So instead of putting all your money in buying Tesla stocks, a mutual fund will be a fund that invests in technology stocks. It'll invest broad base. It'll buy some Tesla. It'll buy some Lee. It'll buy some NIO. These are all companies that are in the electric car business. It'll buy some Nikola. Now, Nikola is a great example. Okay, Nikola, they do trucks. They're the Tesla of trucks. And they had all this great information came out about them, and looked like they were doing good. And then General Motors bought 11% of them. You can Google all this stuff. Go Google it. General Motors bought, 11%, and they shot up, and people were very excited. And then 4 days later, it came out that the CEO was cooking the books, was lying about certain things, and the allegations are that basically GM was swindled into buying the stocks, and the stocks got cut in half by 50%. So if you were like, oh, I think this Nikola is going to be better than Tesla. Tesla's run up already, and I don't think there's value in Tesla. But I think Nikola is going to, and I'm going to put all my money, I'm going to buy Nikola stocks, so you'd be down 50% right now. But if you were in a technology mutual fund, yeah, you'd be down a little bit because of what's happened with Nikola. But you wouldn't be down 50%. You'd probably still be up overall because you have hundreds or maybe thousands of other stocks in that sector. So a mutual fund is basically, and there are thousands of them, all right? So when you take your money into this Acorns app, it invested in one of 4 mutual funds where you tell it. You get a low-risk mutual fund or a high-risk or 2 intermediate risks. The difference being the more risk you take, the more reward you might get. The more money you might get, you should get on a rate of return over a period of time. The less risk you take, the less rate of return you're going to get. However, the less risk you take, the less downside risk you have. Unlike a savings account, you can go into the negative. You can invest $50 into this thing, and the following month it's worth $40 and not $50 or more, because that's the nature of equities. But over time, equity is always going to beat savings accounts. So you invest it, and what I think is so great is so many people just don't understand investing. And it's a great vehicle to learn investing by spending very little money and doing it automatically. They have nice charts there. They explain things to you on this site. It's very easy. It's very easy to get your money out. There's a button that says withdraw. You got money in it. It'll transfer right back to your checking account. It's not a big deal. There's no bells and whistles for that. Nothing special. But maybe maybe you understand investing and you have a kid. Maybe you got a son or daughter's in their early 20s, graduated college, and you're trying to teach them about investing. They don't want to hear it. They roll their eyes. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. I just put it on my. You have them download this app, and then it'll teach them. It's very instructional tutorial. It's just inherent in what it is. Or maybe you yourself, you could be a little older. Maybe you don't 100% understand. You're embarrassed. You don't want to talk to anyone about it. That you really don't quite understand money. If you do this, you're going to understand it. It's going to give you confidence to then say, you know what, I get this now. Let me get a regular meeting. Let me call my friend who's a broker, and I guess open a mutual fund with him, or just go online. You just go to like Fidelity or whatever. Shearson Lehman, whatever, and you could just go online, open an account, and they have mutual funds there that you could invest in. By the way, Acorns or anyone I'm mentioning, no one's sponsoring this. I'm just bringing this information because I have a passion for investing. I hate to see people waste money when they don't have to, and I think it's a very positive thing to do, to invest your money and save for your future, save for your children's future and your grandchildren's future, and to create wealth for yourself, and over time, small amounts of money over time will translate literally into, you take $200 a month, you invested it over a 45-year period at 10%. I think that number is going to be $1 million or $900,000. Just $200 a month. You start now, say you're 20, you end it when you're 65, just for $200 a month, which is very little money, when you consider everything, in the scheme of things. And you're taking less risk because you're putting less principal in, and you're doing it over a longer period of time. Versus, you wait too long, and then you got to put more money in to get the same amount of money, but you're taking more risk because you're doing it in a shorter amount of time, and you're using more of your principal. The other way of doing it, you're using less of your principal over a longer period of time. You're mitigating your risk. So this video has went on long enough. Listen, if you, again, like the content, it is going to help me a lot. If you subscribe, hit the like button. Or they say smash the like button. It's ridiculous. I mean, there is no button, actually. And there's nothing to smash. But, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. And most importantly, especially if you're young or if you know someone who's young, pass this video on to them, because again, the link to the Acorns app is in the description, And you can see what I'm talking about, and it'll take you like 15 minutes to sign up and to start. You're risking very little money. You're risking, the average Acorns investor puts $30 a month in. So if you do a lot of transactions every month, you're probably going to put around $30 a month. And if you only do a handful of transactions on your credit cards, it's going to be less. And you could also, if you want, transfer money into it from your checking account. So if you want to say, I want to put like, $10 a month in at least, plus whatever, you could do that. Or you could put in thousands if you wanted to, but that's really not the point of the app. It does cost $1 a month to maintain. You can pay more money. It's like a $1 and a $3 and a $5 fee. You do kind of get more information. There's more stuff you get if you pay $3 or $5. I can't remember what it was, but for me, I just didn't even need it or want it. I paid a $1 a month. So you are going to pay $1 a month to have the app. But I think it's well worth it. I think it's a great instructional tool. It's a great tutorial. And it'll give you confidence. If you're out there and you always wanted to do this and you didn't really know what to do, and you were afraid to do something because you didn't want to lose your money, which is a valid fear, do this because you got nothing to lose. I mean, the world turns upside down and you put like $20 into it in a month and it's worth $6 at the end of the month. We're all got big problems. You know what I mean? It's the least of your problem that you lost $14. Anyhow, it's Michael Palumbo. AttackThatTicket.com. I can reach it at 1-877-99-NO-TIX, 1-877-99-NOTIX, or it's 1-877-996-6849. I appreciate you watching. Please, again, like it, share it, and subscribe. Thank you.